you. Thank you to the returning officer and everyone who counted and assisted him. Thank you to Kent Police, who have shouldered extra duties with professionalism and cheerfulness. Thank you also, and a heartfelt thank you, to the other candidates and campaigners. Thank you, Kelly, Nashaba, Clive, Jeff, Harry Norm, and others. Politics is not a popular calling. It takes real grit to put yourself forward for election. Yet politics is the alternative to anarchy or despotism. We are blessed here to take it for granted. Thank you also to my agent and to my family. Thank you above all to the people of Rochester and Strood. You are my boss. I stepped down to ask your permission to join UKIP. You hired me again. You remain my boss. Don't let me forget it. Thank you too to the many Conservatives who came with me to my new party. Thank you to the Lib Dems who came. Thank you to those who did not vote for, including first-time voters in their 70s. Thank you too to the Labour voters who switched to UKIP with me in such numbers. I say to you that the radical tradition in Britain is a noble and high-minded one. It is the tradition that took power away from the elites and spread it amongst the people. It's the tradition of levellers, chartists and suffragettes. It is the tradition that gave us appointment on merit, Gladstonian finance, universal suffrage, religious freedom and racial tolerance. It is the tradition about which I spoke in my maiden speech in Parliament. I'm not sure if I'm allowed a second, but if I were, I would say that the radical tradition, which has stood and spoken for the working class, has found a new home in UKIP. As Labour represents those comfortable at the top of the public sector, it is not Ed Miliband, but UKIP that represents the concerns of most working men and women. Thank you to the thousands from UKIP who gave up your time to campaign for me. I wish I had the words to express how grateful I am. This is your victory. As you savour it, think of this. Rochester and Strood was our 271st most winnable seat. If we can win here, we can win across the country. If you vote UKIP, you get UKIP. So how did we win here? By earning support from every section of the community, from students and from pensioners, from professionals and from unemployed people. From people of African heritage recently moved from South East London, and from those who made the move long before. From Sikh and Muslim communities and many Commonwealth backgrounds. People in Medway cherish Britain's links to distant, fast-growing continents. We want to lift our eyes to horizons beyond Europe. We are linked by commerce and kinship, by language and law, by habit and history, to the wider English-speaking world. And while we're about it, however doubting watching journalists and opposition activists may be, I have more than a dash of support from people who came here from other EU states. People who feel patriotic about their adopted country, people attracted by our strong economy, our open society, and a better future. Many have come to Britain because of the opportunities we offer, as we create more jobs than the rest of the EU put together, and because of what makes our country special. They are now here as part of our community, and they will always be welcome. If UKIP is to win nationwide, and we prove tonight that we can, it must do so on that basis. We must be a party that speaks to and for the whole nation and everyone who lives within it. Whichever constituency you live in, whatever your form of party allegiance, think about what it would mean to have a block of UKIP MPs at Westminster large enough to hold the balance of power. If you believe in freedom, if you believe in low taxes, if you believe in clean government, if you believe in localism, if you believe in people power, if you believe that the world is bigger than Europe, if you believe in an independent Britain, then come with us and we will give you back your country.